This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. There is always a risk when investing in the stock market. These videos are never a suggestion to buy or sell any specific stock. It is always advised to do your own research and to keep learning more and more about any strategies used in these videos. Guys, welcome back to the channel. It is early Monday morning. I hope everybody has a safe week, and let's jump into week 3 of our Roths. Okay, we're going to start here with Melanie's Roth. We're currently sitting at $7,068.03. I'm going to hover over our accounts and I'm going to click on positions. Okay, looking at positions, we can see Carnival Cruise Line, Ford, GoPro, Nano, and Nokia. So none of our stocks this week actually hit the strike price. So this is good. We don't actually have to buy anything. We can go straight into selling the calls. So we're going to hover over Carnival Cruise Line. We'll start with our first one. Right here is our cost basis. Hover over and we can see we bought this at $21.86 a share. So I'm going to come over to the little drop down arrow. I'm going to click this and we're just going to click on options chain. We're going to check our date, that it is 4 days out this Friday. And then if we remember, our cost basis was sitting at $21.86. So we want to sell the $22 call. And looking at this options chain, you can expand it. It does go past this. Right here is the expand all. If we click that, it will go down farther, but we're going to sell the $22 call. So we're going to click on trade. And we can see we are selling Carnival Cruise Line. Expires in 1 week on the 15th. We're selling the $22 call option. We're going to sell to open. We're merchants. We're open now. We're going to sell to open. There's one quantity because we only have 100 shares. We can only sell one quantity. We are going to sell a market order. And now that we reviewed the order, we'll just click the review. And again, guys, every time you see this, have an opportunity to see this, read it. We're selling to open, right? We're merchants. We're at a booth and we're open. We're selling the coupons. We're selling one contract of Carnival Cruise Line that expires on the 15th. And we're selling this coupon for a $22 call option. That means we're giving them the right to buy our stock regardless of what price it is at $22. And we're going to sell this at market. If we want to get more, if we had the time to sit at home and actually watch this, we could sell it at a limit, but we're going to do a market. We can do day only because usually 99% of the market ones will get executed. They will, since this is pre-market, before we go to work, we will have to check each of these boxes and then we can submit our order. Next we have Ford. And we have 2 of these, so we'll sell 2 total contracts. Our cost basis is $8.93. We're going to go to our options chain. We're going to check our date. And we're going to, we know our cost basis was under $9, so we will be selecting the $9 option. And we will sell that at market. And again, let's read this. We're selling Ford, expiration of 15th, $9 call option, sell to open. And remember, on this one, we do have 200 shares, so we can sell a quantity of 2. Next we have GoPro, cost basis $8.50. We're going 1 week out, and we're going to sell the $8.50 call option, or $8.50 strike price. And again, Nano Dimensions, that coupon we had sold was a few weeks out, so it's not, we still got, it'll expire this Friday along with everything else. So we need to do Nokia. We will go to the options chain. Our cost basis, always check your cost basis before you go there. It's $3.96. So when we know we can sell at least a $4 call. So we will check our date and we will sell the $4 call. Okay guys, we placed all of our options or all of our coupons. We sold them all for today. We'll come back after market opens to review and see what sold. And looking at one thing I want to note to you guys, looking at, we still have a total of $276.03 in cash sitting here. Now if one of these calls, let's say these stocks has dropped dramatically, let's say Carnival Cruise Line dropped to, I don't know, $17, then I might look at buying a couple extra to kind of lower our cost basis. But I think we're sitting in a fairly good position right now, so we don't need to worry about that. So let's come back when the market opens and we'll go over what we sold. Okay guys, the market is now open, so we're going to go here to history. Okay guys, so all of our calls did sell. If we look, we sold the $4 Nokia, the $9 Ford. There was 2 of Ford, so we have 200 shares. GoPro, we sold the $8.50 call. And Carnival Cruise Line, we sold the $22 call. And we can see we got a total of 235, 26, 16. And this is weird. I've never seen Carnival Cruise Line. We only got $1 for it. So 65 cents. So we only got 35 cents. I'm not sure why this call was so low. Unless the stock really dropped in pre-market hours. I don't know what happened. It is currently at $20.14. So that's weird. But no matter, we'll make that up. So we have updated our sheet. We have Nokia, Ford, GoPro, Carnival Cruise Line. All of them expired on the 15th, this Friday. These are the strike prices. $4 for Nokia, $9 for Ford. We did have 2 quantity of Ford. $8.50 for GoPro, and we did a $22 for Carnival Cruise Line. We got $3, $28, $17, and $1. And after fees, we have a total of $235, $26.67, $16.35, and $35 or 35 cents. So what's that? 26, 36, 38, 40, about $45, $46 this week. Still not bad. That's a weekly amount for this week. All in all, we want to just make sure that we're always moving forward and keeping the account growing. That's the biggest picture, or the biggest accomplishment. So now let's take a look at my calls. Okay guys, so we're gonna jump in and do mine on the phone here. Again, I can't record the app. It won't allow me to record the screen, so we are looking at the mobile version of Charles Schwab. It's pretty similar to the app. So looking at mine this week, we can see we have a total of $7,825.78. We have 3 positions. We have Lyft, which it did not sell this week. And then we have Zynga. It didn't hit our strike price either. Nano Dimensions, we have 200 shares, and we know that this coupon expires on the 15th. So this week's pretty easy. I like when it doesn't hit the strike price sometimes, because then I don't have to worry about buying any more stock. We can just go with what we have. So I clicked the 3 little arrows on the top left of the phone, and I came here to history, and I'm just gonna check here and see that we did sell the $10 call on Zynga, and we sold the $50 call on Lyft. This is a quick way of doing it, because I know I would never sell the call below my cost basis. So instead of going into clicking into these and trying to figure out what the history was, I mean, I can see that I bought this, so I know my cost basis is $49.49. But if I just repeat the calls from last week, that could be adjusted. So just depending on the week, but since it's still so fresh in my memory, I know that I just need to sell the $10 call on Zynga, and I need to sell the $10 call on Lyft, or the $50 call on Lyft. So I came back to positions. I'm going to just click right here on lift. I'm going to actually click the word lift here, which will open up that screen. And it brings us to this screen as soon as you click on that. I'm going to click right here on this options button. And we're going to do this just like we would do on the computer. So always make sure you read this. We're selling lift. We're looking at the date. So we want to sell 4 days out. We're just making sure that we're selling the weekly call. And then we just need to go down and find whatever strike we want to sell it at. We know that last week we sold the $50 call. So this week we're going to look at, again, $50 and sell the $50 call. Actually, our cost basis was $49.49. I think last week it didn't actually have a $49.50 call. I think it's because we were so far into it. So I'm going to actually sell the $49.50 call since we have one this week. We got it at $49.49. I'm going to sell the $49.50 call. So I'm going to click right here on where it says 60. And this screen is going to pop up and we're just going to hit trade. And like always, make sure you read this. Unless you've been doing it for a long time, just for you guys start learning how to read this. We're selling lift with an expiration date of the 15th. We're selling the $49.50 strike. We're selling the call option. We are merchants. We're not buying. So when you this is where a lot of people get confused on which one to select. Just keep in your mind that you are selling the coupon. We're here to make money. We're not buying. So we're selling the coupon. So we're open now for business and we're selling the coupon. And this will be a market order. So we will just review, we'll click the review order and we'll submit this order. So I went back to Zynga. And remember, on the mobile, there's 3 little lines on the top left. That's your navigator. That will get you to anywhere you want to go. So I went back to positions, I clicked on Zynga, and we're now going to go to options because we need to sell the Zynga call now. We know that our cost basis was under $10 last week. We sold the $10 one. So we're going to click on trade here. We are going to check our date here that it is 1 week out. And then we're going to come down. Once you find your date, you come down and you want to find which strike price you want. Last week we sold the $10 call. We're going to sell the $10 call again this week. We're going to click right here on the 17th. And it'll bring us to this screen. Again, we're selling Zynga with an expiration date of the 15th, 1 week out. We're selling a $10 strike price. We are selling the call option. And this one again, we're merchants. So we're going to sell to open and we're going to do one contract, and this is a market order. So we will review and submit this order, and that's it, guys. So we did get our lift coupon and our Zynga. They're out to be sold. We'll come back after the market opens and we'll make sure that those got sold. So it's pretty simple, pretty easy. This literally would have took me like maybe 20 to 30 seconds to do. Okay guys, the market is now open. So I'm going to click on these 3 little lines here and I'm going to go to history. And we had 2 calls that we sold. So Zynga, we sold the $10 call and we got $17.35. And lift, we sold the $49.50 call. We got $32.35. So updating our sheet here, we have just 2 calls sold, Zynga and lift, with the expiration date of this Friday on the 15th. We sold the $10 call and the $50 call. And we got a total of $18.33, and after the fees, $17.35 and $32.35. So We're right at $50 there. We will update the account. What I think I'm going to do is start doing these videos once a week. We'll have an account update, and then we'll buy the calls, and then we'll do a review after the market opens and we sold the calls. So guys, I hope you found value in this video. I am going to start condensing these videos so they'll be a lot quicker. You can always watch weeks 1 and 2 if you have any questions on how to sell these options, or any buying the stock or any of that. The first 2 weeks was a lot slower, and it explained it a lot more on both the computer and the phone. So guys, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, and I'll see you in the next one.